Hi folks, Puffin here with the Fairy Liberation Front. This is a video about a fairy ring that I noticed, a digital fairy ring. Um, it was in the media landscape this time with a NPR program, Throughline, in their interview with Nicole Hannah-Jones about the 1619 project that she started. And the fairy ring consisted of hearing that on Throughline and then the next day watching Pluto TV, seeing an episode of the Andy Griffith Show where they debated the origin of America, and 4 different origin dates, including 1609, I think, were suggested by Opie. Also, Barney Fife challenges the history teacher, or says something about, he just wants to flirt with her actually, but he says something about wanting to discuss the Emancipation Proclamation and whether her version of the history jibed with his, which is interesting to say, whether what's supposed to be the freeing of slaves in America happened the way we said it happened or should happen or not, gets back to this same question, because the 1619 project, even though we're hearing about it on NPR, is banned from being discussed in 19 states, I think, so far in America, of course, by Republicans who are afraid of the truth and history. And the same people who whine about free speech only when it's whining about Trump and hate speech, which is the only thing not covered in our laws of free speech, when they whine about that, but they actually actively make laws to ban just telling the truth about history in 19 states, you can see some fundamental hypocrisy. But back to the fairy ring. After this episode that I happened to see on Pluto, where Opie and his other classmates argue about when the origin of America was, what date it, or where it started, when and where it started, which is somewhat the debate here between whether or not we can talk about the 1619 project or not. The next day, on the radio again, I heard, completing the fairy ring, or bringing this full circle, I heard another NPR story about Mayberry, the actual town of Mayberry. Now, I don't remember, or the town that Mayberry is based on, that calls itself Mayberry. I don't remember what that story was about, like social, racial injustice, or about specific injustice of um, women being given longer sentences than their abusive husbands for not protecting their kids, or if it was about the opioid epidemic. But anyways, about the town of Mayberry, which I thought was bringing this back and reminding me to make a video about this ring. So stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching and sharing, and especially share the truth and good information to defeat these lies. And welcome to the Fairy Liberation Front. Thank you.